is going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Ben video here today. I do hope you guys are having a fantastic day. As always, we've got some PlayStation news to talk about here today. Well, sort of PC slash PlayStation news, actually. But PlayStation has come out and said, or at least the president of PlayStation has come out and said, Jim Ryan, that at least half of its releases will be on PC and mobile by 2025. So, speaking during a business briefing on Thursday, the Thursday that's last Thursday now, apologies for the late news, SIE President Jim Ryan said that expanding to the larger platforms and in particular committing to releasing at least 12 live service games in the coming years could be transformational to our business. PlayStation Studios historically has executed wonderfully in the delivery of a strong portfolio of narrative-rich, graphically beautiful single-player games, but it's certainly the case that we have restricted ourselves to a rather narrow portion of the gaming market, Ryan said. By expanding to PC and mobile, it must be said, also to live services, we have the opportunity to move from a situation of being present in a very narrow segment of the overall gaming software market to being present pretty much everywhere. He continued, I think if we do this right, if we execute with intelligence and we execute with excellence, the opportunities for significant growth in the number of people who play our games, the number of people who enjoy our games, and the number of people who spend money on our games, which is the crucial one there, really, isn't it, is exponentially a large one. I would say, for example, if we were successful in making a portion of the 12 live service games that we have in development in PlayStation Studios, if only a portion of those enjoy critical and commercial success, then the impact of that over time will be completely transformational to our business structure. So there we go. He said it all in those very few sentences. Now, in my opinion, this is great news. There are a lot of people out there who will not like this news in the end of the day. There is a lot, because PlayStation fans are very much conservative to their games. They very much like to treat them as their own. They want to justify the purchase that they have made. I don't really understand that mentality as someone who's played Xbox for a long time. I've loved the freedom of being able to pick up those games on Game Pass as well and kind of carry on where I left off with the exact game on PC. Like, you know, if I ever want to play PC instead, I can. I have that option. I can carry on my Halo save on mouse and keyboard on my PC if I wanted to. And I think that's something that's really huge. So as a fan of that kind of stuff, this really doesn't bother me. But I do know that there are a lot of people out there who will see this as, well, they don't want to be part of PlayStation anymore. It's like, well, okay, at this point, where else are you going to go? Your only option now with companies that don't release their games on both are Nintendo. Like, I love Nintendo games. I'm a huge fan of Nintendo, but like, are you really going to switch your entire gaming platform to that? And there's a lot of salty people with this news every time it's talked about. And it's like, more people are getting to experience these fantastic games. I've always said it, even as a fan of Xbox and Nintendo, PlayStation have the best games. Like, the games, the production value of their games is unmatched by anybody, including any new titles from Microsoft right now. I think personally, even Bethesda titles that come out are not gonna match Sony's production value. Not gameplay, I'm saying production value. Like, you know, games like God of War, it's like playing a game and then you're watching a movie in there as well, and it's just like so in-depth. It's phenomenal. Same with games like Horizon. I'm not a huge fan of Horizon. Like, personally, I don't like that game at all. You can see on my channel previously I did a video about that, but it's still, in production value and quality, it's phenomenal. And one of my biggest wishes, which is Returnal. Returnal is one of my favorite games on PlayStation. That is coming to PC. So there's a second bit of news here. So data miners have found evidence that PS5 exclusive Returnal is coming to PC, although there's been no official announcement yet. So this is from data miners themselves. So they've actually gone in and found that there's data showing that Returnal could be coming to PC. And apparently there's multiple articles right now I've just found that are saying this bullet hell roguelike sci-fi game is one of the first ones that's going to be pushed to PC. And I think it's perfect. Like, people have on PC, what do you got to remember? This game is playing 1440p at 60 FPS on PlayStation. People are going to be able to experience Returnal at native 4K 120 frames per second. Whether it's now with an RTX 3090, whether it can handle it, we don't know. We haven't seen the game yet. Or it's, you know, a little bit down the future. In the end of the day, people will be able to experience it in the best way possible because PC is unlocked. You can custom your hardware. You can upgrade your hardware, meaning this game has a very long life cycle and a lot of replayability. When people get new hardware, they can play it again with entirely, you know, different graphics settings and different frame rates. It's really cool. Like, I think that's awesome news. And I personally just, I can't wait to see more of these games come to PC because PC is such a powerful platform. Now, I don't know, like, are we going to see games like Ratchet and Clank? I mean, Ratchet and Clank is a game to me that's, it's always been a console exclusive, like to PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, it's always been set on that platform. It's one of the hardware sellers for PlayStation at the time, like showing, oh, you know, I know it doesn't actually work like that, but the SSD, you know, look at these worlds you can transition to in seconds. Like, this is, you know, huge. Like, it's because of the PS5 SSD. Are they going to bring that to PC? Because right now on PC, I believe the minimum spec is still like a 5400 or maybe it's a 7200 RPM hard drive now. I do see a hard drive like that struggling with a game like Ratchet and Clank, but any bog standard SSD would be fine with Ratchet and Clank. It's nothing game changing, to be honest, in my personal opinion. But I don't know, like, is that going to be something that is coming down the line? I don't know. I would be interested to see that, and it's an exciting time to be a gamer. Like, personally, I'm going to pick up Returnal on PC as well, just so I can replay it through at native 4K and as higher frame rates as I possibly can on my monitor, because I think that's just going to be awesome to play. But still, I'm going to be playing all my games on PlayStation. Like, personally, I love the fact that I can sit in front of my big TV, my 4K TV, and play all these games. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do any tinkering with stuff. Like, I went through a stage where I had my desktop plugged into my TV as well as my monitors. And there are so many bugs. If Windows worked properly and wasn't constantly disconnecting my big TV compared to my monitors and wasn't causing me problems every single day, I wanted to boot it up. I even got mouse software installed so the controller would then be able to control the mouse on PC, so I wouldn't actually have to constantly get up to my desk, switch things over, and then go back. And it's just like, it's such a pain in the ass, to be honest, that if that worked, I would permanently play on PC all the time. But I'm still going to buy my games on PlayStation because I think it's so much easier to just boot up a PlayStation with one press of a button. You're in, everything's ready, the headset's connected, like, all is perfect. There's no problems with it. But PC, man, I can't stand that, and I wish it worked because I'd much rather play with all the great quality games on PC with the resolution and the frame rates and stuff to my 120 hertz TV. So I don't know, it's annoying, but it is what it is. But that's it for this video. I wanted to talk about that. I think it's huge news. A lot of people are going to be upset, but at the end of the day, it helps everyone. The more money Sony brings in, the more money they're going to put into a lot of the games, and the better those games can be in the future. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have had a fantastic day, or have a fantastic rest of your day whenever you're seeing this. And yeah, I'll see you in future ones. Bye bye, guys.